Hey everybody, happy week 5. So I'm gonna get right, get right into this. What video did you watch? And I watched The Ethical Dilemma, Would You Lie? Reflecting on the video, choose your component from your personal development, which influences how you might respond in these ethical decision problems. Sorry, I had to move the phone, it was covering my computer. So for me, I actually used to do this with my ex-mother-in-law and father-in-law. They were always late for everything, so we'd always tell them, for having the kids' birthday at 6, we tell them we're starting at 5:30, so then they're always a half hour late, so they'd get there at 6. So but in this situation, for me, I would have to go kind of with the practical and experience. Obviously, you don't want to be lied to about somebody when you're first meeting them, and I don't want to lie to one person and not the other and tell them a different time. I would just tell the guy that you're sitting up with the girl, hey, she's usually always 20-30 minutes late. Just kind of prepare yourself for that. And if that's a problem with them, then maybe it wouldn't work. But in that instance, I'd just be honest with whoever's waiting for somebody, that they might be a little bit late. So kind of go with personal experience there. And I guess that falls on family values too, because I was kind of taught, you never lie or try not to, and unless you absolutely have to. But yeah. And for me, what stood out from reading the chapter on development, I was really intrigued when I was looking at Erikson's psychosocial stages of development. Just looking down the ages and years, how spot on it was for what you're looking for, kind of in life. Obviously, I'm in the 30 to 64 range right now, and it's generativity versus stagnation. And it's contribute to society and be part of a family, which is kind of what I'm doing right now, raising my boys. My job takes up a lot of time. Contribute to that, obviously to create better for my family. And then, the 1929, which is was intimacy versus isolation, and establish intimacy in relationship with others. And that's, pretty much what I was doing when I got out of high school, was you had girlfriends or, building a relationship with different friends, and you meet different people. So it was just really interesting to me when I went through that and kind of seen all that. What is a recent example of Maslow's hierarchy of needs? And for me, when I was looking at it, I've studied this in other classes. I definitely have to say going back to school for me was a big one. It kind of hit all of the boxes on everything. I mean, looking for that inner fulfillment, which I wanted to do, boost my esteem, with a sense of accomplishment. I'm doing this for my family, that way I can get a degree, and if I need to get a better job at some point, I can do that. And that kind of falls in security too, your employment, your assets, and then psychological, that way you can get that better job to provide food, shelter, warmth, water, all that. So for me, going back to school kind of hit on all of these, which was surprising once I was kind of reading it again and reviewing it. So that was pretty interesting to me. How that just kind of all fit in, kind of checked all the boxes for me. So anyway, that is my week 5 post. I look forward to hearing what everybody has to say. Thank you.